Hey friends, what is up? Ginger here. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be figuring out my March TBR because I feel like it's going to be chaotic and I have very little plans for the month. Well, actually, I have a lot of plans for the month, but we're here to figure out the rest of those plans for reading. So I'm going to preface and say that I am doing a secret reading vlog in March, and I do have a decent amount of books on that TBR already. I'm not going to tell you how many, but do know that I have plans that I won't be talking about in this video. But I wanted to come on here and use my TBR jar to pick out at least 2 other books that I'm going to read, because I think that so far I have been doing really well with reading, especially because I use my time at work to read, and March is going to be like the last month for a hot minute that I'm going to be able to utilize my work time to read. I will actually be teaching coming in April, so that time will dwindle down to very little. So we're going to try to read as much as we can in March, and that's why we're here. So actually, let me think. I'm planning to read like a decent chunk of books, and I ended up reading 10 books in the month of February. So I think I'm going to aim for like a 10 book TBR. I am not going to be reading a 2021 debut this month because none of the March debuts really like connected with me, and so I don't want to pick up a book that I'm not completely interested in just for the challenge. I would rather maybe in another month pick up 2. So we're taking this month off. I do plan to read a 2020 release. I do not know which one yet. I am thinking, I did not get to the other people unless I read it before this month's over. This is the 27th, just so you know. I did not read the other people as I intended, so as of right now, that is the book filling the spot for the debut novel, or for the 2020 novel. I have so many challenges I'm trying to do, like, who is she? Which puts me up to a rather ambitious number. One that I'm going to just put on my TBR for, I really shouldn't, but I'm going to, is A Clash of Kings by George R.R. Martin. I talked about this I talked about the fact that I read whatever the other books, what is the other book called? This is a chaotic video. Game of Thrones. I read Game of Thrones in February, and I really loved it, and I want to continue on, so I am tentatively putting this on my TBR, even though it's 1,000 pages, because I do want to read it. So it's going to be on my TBR pile. Will I get to it? I cannot tell you, but it's going to be there. So, there's that. Which puts me up, I guess I'm going to have an 11 book TBR, because I have decided I'm going to do 2 picks from my TBR jar. I was going to do the Buzzword-a-thon this month, or in March as well, but I don't have any books that relate to time, or like have time in the title, and I've been really trying to focus on it being in the title and not what the book's about. So I am probably gonna have to skip that too, because nothing fits. So that's why I'm going to do 2 picks for my TBR jar for this TBR and see where it puts me, I guess. So we got the little not actual jar. We're going to pick out 2 prompts and see where it takes me, I guess. Okay, let's do this. Here's the first prompt. Oh, I picked 2. Okay, these are the 2, I guess. I picked 2 out. These are the 2. Wow. Look at me go. Alright, this is the first one. We have a new to me author. Okay, so this one actually, I have a lot of possibilities because I feel like I have a lot of authors I haven't read from yet. I'm going to think on that one. Let's see what the other prompt is. Really? I didn't want to have to do this. Buy a book. So, I guess I'm going to be buying a book this month. Any book I want. This is going to be difficult. I might have to buy an ebook because I was not expecting that prompt. Oh crap, this has put me in a very weird spot. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out because I technically have bought a few books for the month of March in my TBR. So I could just like force one of those to fit but this is supposed to be extra books, so I don't know. But let's try to figure out my new to me author that I want to read. I'm thinking about reading a shorter book, because I feel like I just have a lot that I want to read. So let me look and see what I have. See, the problem is I don't know if I'm in the mood for a thriller or a fantasy or like a historical fiction. Like, what am I in the mood for right now? I feel like I have a lot of thrillers on my TBR already, so I think I'm gonna try to go for a fantasy book. So I'm leaning towards this one mostly because it's like one of the shortest fantasies that I have that I need to read, and it's a new to me author. Is it short or is it just deceiving? Okay, for a fantasy it's not bad. It's like a little over 300 pages. So I think we're gonna go with Warrior of the Wild by Trisha Levenseller. I have not read from this author before. I do have this book and I need to read it because I haven't on holiday yet. So because I have a less fantasy heavy TBR this month, we're gonna go with this one, I think. So yeah, I mean, not fantasy heavy. The only other book I've really told you about was Clash of Kings. I'm crazy. It's fine. Okay though, I think we're done because I just have so many books that I need to read in March. I feel like I only showed you like 2 books, but blame my TBR jar. I could have showed you 3, except it wants me to buy a book, so I don't know what's gonna happen. I do know I plan to read at least 10 books in March though, so be on the lookout for that. I will have a vlog about some of my books going up. I hope you're excited, because this was very chaotic and you didn't really learn much. So hopefully this video is more just a mystery and you're engaged. So if you enjoyed this video or you're excited to see what I am actually reading in the month, make sure to hit that subscribe button and go ahead and like this video if you liked it so you can see what I have in store for March. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in my upcoming videos. Bye!